Good evening, everyone. You may have noticed that there's a particularly large crowd here this evening. We've got some nice, some really nice events scheduled for the evening. To kick off the evening, I would like to welcome the Wheeling Honor Guard to present the colors. Everyone, please rise for the pledge, for the flags.
Post.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All be seated. Clerk Brady, roll call, please.
Sure. Commissioner Kruger,
Present.
Commissioner Lang,
Here.
Commissioner Papantos, Commissioner Raffato, Commissioner Vito,
Here.
Commissioner Vogel,
Here.
Chairperson Horker.
Here, you have before you the minutes of the special meeting of December 15th, 2025. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Trustee Commissioner Vogel, second Commissioner Papantos. Roll call.
Commissioner Lang,
Yes.
Commissioner Papantos,
Yes.
Commissioner Vito,
Yes.
Commissioner Raffato,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chairperson Horker.
Yes, you also have the minutes of the special meeting of January 5th, 2026. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Papantos, second Commissioner Kruger. Roll call.
Commissioner Papantos,
Yes.
Commissioner Lang,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel,
Yes.
Commissioner Raffato,
Yes.
Commissioner Vito,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chairperson Horker.
Yes, do we have any citizens' comments for the Liquor Commission?
No.
Takes us right to the meat of the matter.
6A, consideration of a request for a Class I liquor license from St. Joseph the Worker Parish for the event to be held on February 20th and 27th and March 6th, 13th, 20th, and 27th to 2026.
Mr. Sondilis.
Thank you. As the title indicates, this is a request for a Class I license, which authorizes the retail sale of alcoholic beverages for consumption on the premises only for a limited time. As the title again indicates, the dates that the parish is asking for during Lent as part of their Lent activities. The petitioner is here. There are no conditions to be attached to a request to approve.
Commissioner Papantos.
From the,
Mr. Hackney?
you need to come to the mic. Sorry. What are the
Introduce
hours?
yourself.
What?
Please say your name so that I don't get in trouble tomorrow. And
Henry Hackney Jr.
What are the hours?
The hours are going to be from 4 o'clock to like 9 o'clock every Friday
During Lent.
during Lent, just during Lent.
Thank you.
Okay? Is that it?
unless there's other questions, it looks like that's it.
Okay.
Since it seems like there are no other questions or comments, I would
Make
give-
a motion.
There we go. Commissioner Raffato, second.
Second.
I saw him first. Commissioner Lang. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lang,
Yes.
Commissioner Papantos?
Yes.
Commissioner Vito?
Yes.
Commissioner Raffato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger?
Yes.
Chairperson Horker?
Yes, that concludes the Liquor Control Commission's business for the evening. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Commissioner Kruger, second.
Second.
Commissioner Raffato, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Liquor Commission is adjourned. I would like to call to order. Shall I slow down?
Nope, I'm good.
Awesome. The regular meeting of the Village of Wheeling for February 2nd. Clerk Brady, roll call, please.
Trustee Vogel?
Here.
Trustee Lang?
Here.
Trustee Kruger?
Present.
Trustee Vito?
Here.
Trustee Raffato?
Here.
Trustee Papantos?
Present.
President Horker?
Here, you have before you the minutes for the regular meeting of January 19th, 2026. I need a motion for their approval.
So moved.
Trustee Kruger, second.
Second.
Trustee Raffato, roll call.
Okay. Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Raffato?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, any changes to the agenda?
There are no changes this evening.
Okay. We have some proclamations. We have a proclamation for the evening. It is the George Hieber Citizenship Award. The George Hieber Citizenship Award was created in honor of a longtime resident, George Hieber, and his many contributions to civic life in Wheeling over many years and in a number of capacities. Each year, the village board chooses a resident or a group or partnership of residents to receive this award based on their significant contributions to the community. This year's award goes to Larry and Jan Schmid. We're grateful to Larry and Jan for their good citizenship and commitment to making Wheeling such an exceptional place. Dave, I understand these are good friends of yours.
Yes, they are. I hope they are anyway.
They are now.
Until I ask Larry to come up here and make a speech. But Larry, I got you covered. I'll take care of that for you. Larry and Jan have been an integral part of the Wheeling area for many years, have volunteered in many different capacities. They're members of Wheeling Helping Hands. They're both graduates of the Police Academy, where they assist the police department in many of their charitable endeavors. They work with Shopping with the Cops. You name it, they do it. They're responsible for the upkeep of the Blue Star Memorial out on Old McHenry Road or McHenry Road by Ambets, and keep that in tip-top shape every year, beautifying the village. They've never turned us down. Anytime we've asked them for assistance, they've been there. I'm sure there's numerous other endeavors they've participated in, probably more than most of us will ever know. And so we do appreciate everything you've done, and it's a well-deserved reward. So congratulations and thank you.
We do have a little plaque to thank you, if you'd please come up and. It's nice to have people who stand out because of their service to the community, and it's right to recognize contributions to the community. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any friends and relatives here?
We have a lot of friends.
Yes, we do.
You want to introduce some of them?
Some of them,
All of them?
all of them.
My immediate family is right here in the front. Brian, Rocky, Cassie, Adam. And
Many cherished friends that have helped us in our,
they do
in
what
our
we do.
work around
Is that
the
what they do?
town.
They do the
Yes.
same thing we do.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much for what
You're
you do.
welcome.
And
Thank
thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Privilege.
Thank you.
Some of you may have noticed there was an honor guard that presented the colors this evening. There's a lot of officers standing around. This is a very special evening. We will be promoting and appointing our brand-new police chief. Clerk Brady, why don't you, can you,
Okay, well,
yes, please.
did you want to start first, or should I swear him in first?
I'll do my thing. John's going to read his, and then you can do your thing.
Joe, if you'd approach the mic, thank you. This evening marks an important moment for our community and for our police department. The position of police chief carries immense responsibility. It is a role that demands sound judgment under pressure, steady leadership in moments of uncertainty, and a deep commitment to both public service and the people that serve alongside them. As village manager, I have the responsibility and the privilege of appointing our chief of police. I have great respect for the profession and a clear understanding of the trust this position requires. My role is to ensure that the individual selected has the expertise, integrity, and leadership capacity to guide this department forward in service of our community. Joe Kopecky has demonstrated those qualities throughout his career. He has earned the respect of his peers, the confidence of the organization, and the trust of leadership through his professionalism, thoughtful decision-making, and a clear commitment to the values of this department. This promotion is not only recognition of past service, it is a responsibility to lead into the future. Our police department continues to evolve, and the role of chief today requires more than operational expertise. It requires the ability to lead people, strengthen culture, and balance accountability with support for the men and women who do this work every day. I am confident that our new chief understands the weight of this responsibility and is prepared to carry it with humility, purpose, and resolve. Chief Kopecky, on behalf of the village, I want to thank you for accepting this role, and I look forward to working together as we continue to serve this community. At this time, I would ask his wife, Wendy, to come up to the dais and perform the ceremonial pinning of Chief Kopecky's new badge.
Should I do this first?
Sure.
Okay, let's. It'd be nice to be sworn in first. Raise your right hand. I, Joseph Kopecky,
I, Joseph Kopecky,
having been promoted to the position of chief
having been promoted to the position of chief
in the police departments of the village of Wheeling,
in the police departments of the village of Wheeling,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
in the counties of Cook and Lake,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of chief
the duties of chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
No. You're up or no. You have to talk sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I'm
got
getting
it here.
hoarse. Sorry.
I'm ready. Just a few words. So thank you all for coming here tonight. I appreciate everyone that took the time out of their evening to come here and show me support. A special thank you to my wife Wendy, my son and my daughter, Luke and Grace, my parents, my sister and her family, and my extended family. There's multiple people here spread throughout the crowd. So you guys have always stood by me and shown me support throughout my 28 plus years in policing, and it's gotten me to where I'm here today, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. I want to thank Manager Svondillis, the village board and staff, and the men and women of the Wheeling Police Department for trusting in me and supporting me throughout my career. I joined this department in 1997, and over the years I've had the chance to work in many roles and throughout all the different ranks, and I could see the job from all these different angles. That experience has shaped how I view leadership and service. To everyone who works at the Wheeling Police Department, my commitment is to lead with integrity, accountability, and open communication. I hold myself to the same standards I expect of you and will ensure your voices are heard as we serve together. I do not take the responsibility of this role lightly. The job is challenging and it demands a lot of us, but I have complete confidence in the department and in the people that make it what it is. I look forward to continuing this work together. Thank you.
And now, as is the custom again, finally, after COVID, we do have some light refreshments out in the lobby. To do that, I would like a motion for a recess of 10 minutes.
So moved.
Motion Papantos, second trustee Kruger. All in favor? Aye. Recess.
Rich,
That is very delicate for one of our problems. I think Dean did too. Well, it's time to get back to business. I hope you've all had your little sugar fill. I would like a motion to call the meeting back to order. That would be Trustee Lang, second Trustee Kruger. Roll call, please.
Trustee Papandreou,
yes.
Trustee Lang,
Yes.
Trustee Rufato,
Yes.
Trustee Vito,
Yes.
Trustee Kruger,
Yes.
Trustee Vogel,
Yes.
President Horker.
Yes, that brings us to citizens' concerns and comments.
Oh, yes. Hold
Clerk
on.
Brady.
I forgot my little spiel. Oh, my gosh. Nope, not that one. All right. Citizens' concerns and comments. Members of the public may address the board with comments regarding issues relevant to village business. No citizen shall speak for more than 5 minutes without consent of the board. Members of the general public who wish to address the board must sign a request to speak form prior to the commencement of the public meeting. First is Augustine Salgado.
Just as a reminder, this is a time for citizens to make their comments and for the board and staff to listen. Neither the board nor staff will be answering questions. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, board. Thank you for giving us the time to speak here today. Appreciate everything you guys are doing. Good evening, fellow residents of Union. Thank you for that opportunity to speak at this town hall. I truly appreciate that our village leaders continue to provide this platform for community voices to be heard, especially on issues that affect our daily lives, our sense of safety, and our shared future. It shows a real commitment to listening and working together. Tonight, I want to speak about something that has been causing real anxiety and unnecessary fear in our neighborhoods: the frequent sightings of unmarked police cars. Many residents, including families, business owners, and longtime community members, have reported seeing these vehicles and immediately assuming they belong to ICE. This confusion is understandable. We've seen increased federal immigration enforcement activity in our area and across the northwest suburbs. Reports of unmarked vehicles, masked agents, and operations that lack transparency. When people spot a plain car lingering or moving through our streets without clear markings, it's natural for alarm bells to go off. Parents worry about their children, workers fear for their livelihoods, and entire blocks feel on edge. This fear disrupts our peace, erodes trust, and divides us at a time when we need unity more than ever. That's why I want to thank the Village Board of Wheeling sincerely for the recent resolution you passed on November 3rd, 2025. Resolution number 25-161. By prohibiting use of village-owned parking lots, vacant lots, and garages as staging areas, processing locations, or bases for civil immigration enforcement, you've taken a meaningful step to protect our community spaces and send a clear message. Wheeling stands with its residents. The signage, potential barriers, and commitment to quick response if violations occur all help build reassurance. It's a practical action that shows leadership and care for the people who call this village home. Thank you for listening to community concerns and acting on them. But we know one resolution, while important, isn't the full answer, especially when unmarked vehicles continue to appear and spark that same fear. With the new police chief being indicted, or not indicted, new police chief being honored, and the inauguration, for lack of a better word, my apologies.
Right.
It will allow us to continue to have our village leaders to keep reaching out to and partnering closely with the Wheeling Rapid Response Team. These groups are already doing vital work on the ground, confirming sightings, sharing accurate information, coordinating support, and helping neighbors stay safe and informed. By maintaining open lines of communication, being transparent about any reports or news we've heard from residents, and welcoming updates from them in return, we can reduce misinformation, calm fears quickly, and respond effectively when real issues arise. Transparency builds trust. When we share what we know promptly and accurately, we prevent panic and empower our community to focus on what matters: raising families, running businesses, and supporting one another. Wheeling is stronger when we work together, not alone, but as true partners. In closing, let's commit to this path forward. Thank you again to our leaders for the resolution and for this space to speak. Thank you to the Wheeling Rapid Response Team for your tireless efforts, and thank you to every resident here for showing up and caring enough to make our village a welcoming, safe place for all. Together, we can turn fear into confidence and division into strength. Let's keep it that way.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Edith Enriquez.
Members of the board, thank you so much for having us here today and for giving us the time to speak. I wanted to keep it short and sweet today. I just wanted to acknowledge that we see and notice your willingness to change, so thank you for working towards a better life for our community. Slowly but surely, resources are becoming available or easily accessible, and that's a great step forward, so thank you for that as well. But I do hope we're able to mutually agree that there is a lot of work that still needs to be done. Little by little, we'll get there. But I want you to know that we see what you're doing, and we are very grateful for it. As someone who lives here and is here day to day, driving the streets, I really do appreciate the continuous effort to create a safe environment. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tom Devitt.
Thank you. All right, good evening, Wheeling. I'm here tonight to ask you to do two things. I fear that your initial reaction is going to be absolutely not, so I'm going to ask, provide some context, and then repeat the ask. Number one, mark all Wheeling Police Department vehicles, no more unmarked vehicles. Number two, cancel the flock safety contract and remove their license plate reader cameras from our streets. Barring this, if after I state my case and the other cases that you've heard, you still aren't convinced, consider other actions that you can take, either in your official or personal capacity. Get creative. Big or small actions add up. In the future, people will not regret acting too strongly against this, but they will regret tolerating it or not standing up loudly enough. I don't see any of you wearing a whistle. Will you start? Even if you never use it, it shows people what side you are on. Maybe you could buy a bag of whistles and give it to a local business to give out to residents. So this is all obviously related to the immigration enforcement that has continued to escalate its violence. There is no more righteous cause than opposing this. At least 32 people died in ICE custody in 2025, making it the deadliest year since 2004. 9 people died to immigration enforcement actions in January of 2026. They are on track to shatter their record. And let us also remember local Franklin Park resident Silverio Villegas Gonzalez, who was executed by ICE back in September. The most recent highly publicized killing was Alex Preddy on January 24th for the crime of recording agents and helping a woman that the agents had violently shoved to the ground. The regime immediately lied about the murder despite an abundance of video evidence disproving their claims. After this execution, the vice president stated that the agents have, quote, absolute immunity. As you've heard repeatedly, the community is terrified and rightly so. The list I provided is nowhere near exhaustive, but as was mentioned, the number one cause of false alarms that spread through the community and the ensuing panic are unmarked law enforcement vehicles. There was an incident where DuPage SWAT was eating at a Portillo's and it spread. You know, the internet is great, but it also spreads a lot of panic, right? Any kind of unmarked vehicle can lead to panic. We see what happens when people panic. Any one of these incidents can escalate to chemical weapons or public executions, right? When they do these actions 2 blocks from our elementary schools, this is everyone's concern. So you can't control what other law enforcement agencies do, but you do have direct control over Wheeling PD. Mark all of their vehicles, send a message, stand with the people. Start a trend, start a movement. We already live in a surveillance state. Federal and corporate surveillance are out of control. They're out of your control, but they're not out of your influence. States have criminalized reproductive health, and they use flock data to prosecute women for having medical procedures out of state. When the flock cameras were discussed in the fall, the response from the village was that we don't supply this information for immigration enforcement. I want to believe that, but I believe that even having this information stored is a risk. Last month, it was reported that a memo signed by the acting director of ICE, Todd Lyons, and dated May 12, 2025, essentially says that they no longer need judicial warrants and can rely on administrative warrants to break down doors. So what I'm saying here is they can and will change the rules and then not tell anyone until they get caught. So right now, it's we don't give it to them. How long before they change the rules and just take our data? And so I'm not sure if the 2026 budget is finalized or not, but it said proposed on your website the other day. 2026 is proposed for $20,000 again. From the online budgets, we see we spent $25,000 in 2023 and $20,000 again in 24 and 25. Add in the proposal and we're all in $85,000 to surveil our neighborhoods. Now, this is all gonna be the defenders of this and maybe the new police chief and even the unmarked vehicles. We're gonna frame that up as this is for the public safety. Please remember that safety is subjective and executing people in the street and tear gassing protesters is in the name of safety. So we all need to interrogate what we think safety really is, and we can start locally by doing these things. Also remember, in the face of oppression, there can be no neutrality. You either stand with the oppressed or you are by default supporting the oppressors. Thank you.
Marcela Lopez.
Good evening. I want to start by thanking the board for taking the time to listen today. Being heard matters, and we appreciate the safe space to raise these concerns. We also appreciate the willingness to listen from the start that makes a difference. At the same time, we know that there is work that isn't finished. There are still real issues affecting our community, and they don't disappear after a couple of meetings. We will continue to come back, continue to show up, and continue to bring forward these issues that need to be heard, respectfully, consistently, and with the intention of finding solutions. I also want to mention something that remember me after the unmarked vehicles. A couple weeks ago, I received a picture from my 8-year-old daughter. She was at the BP here on Wolf and Dundee. She took a picture of the unmarked vehicle and she told me this is a ICE agent. An 8-year-old shouldn't be worried about that. So you guys are not aware of this because you don't live this, but other communities do. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Jen A.
Hello, board. So my name is Jennifer Abonce Alcantar. I'm here to provide an update on recent immigration enforcement activity affecting families in Wheeling, as I have been every meeting since October. But first, I do want to say thank you to the village as well as PD for listening to our updates. As civil servants, I recognize that your roles are not easy. Also, congratulations. I know Joe's out there enjoying, his well-deserved honor. And trust me, we're not here to make their job more difficult or yours. But last week, a few neighbors attended the Prospect Heights board meeting to raise concerns about unsafe and unprofessional behavior from their PD and their board members. Also named Pat. We didn't realize that until we were there. But and I'm more grateful for this board and PD after having to try and work with Prospect Heights. And we're not going away. We told them when we were there and via emails as well, and that's not a threat. We're wanting to work with the board, with community leaders, with PD, because we live here. We eat here, our families are here, our children are here, our neighbors are here. We want all of this to work, right? Now, there's still work to do. And I second everything that was just said, the flock system, unmarked vehicles, whistles. But to stay consistent with the last few weeks, I want to share a few stories that you guys are not seeing online or maybe being communicated or being aware. A few weeks ago, we shared the story of a mother who's here on asylum, who was separated from her 2 young children. Thankfully, her family is now working with an attorney, and we're hopeful that she's released and reunited with her children, but she is still in El Paso right now. This family has endured months without their mother, missing holidays and important moments that no child should experience without a parent. This past week alone, several families reached out to us because their loved ones are still detained since October and remain in facilities across the country in terrible conditions. These are Wheeling residents, Wheeling employees with no criminal history, families who are scared, overwhelmed, and unsure where to turn. And I know for a fact there's no criminal records because I'm working with the families, connecting them with lawyers, and sitting in on these meetings with the lawyers. So don't believe everything that you see or read in the news. These are amazing people and families that are still in these detention centers. Now, I want to share a brief moment of a conversation that really impacted me this week. I got a call from an unknown number, and the caller introduced herself and explained that her father had been detained and they were still struggling to find legal help. But something was off with her voice. So when I asked her, "How old are you?" She said, "I'm 17, a junior in high school, trying to navigate the immigration legal system, trying to figure out how to secure her father's release. My son is 17. I could not imagine him trying to do that. Her father has lived in this country for over 20 years, no record. The families that live and work here are still feeling the impact and the damage of the ICE activity over the last few months. Now, we may not be seeing it as frequently as before. Just last week, they were here on campus here in Wheeling looking for a student. They breached a door. Even though they knew the student was not there, they were still on campus harassing the other students. And this is the type of behavior from a federal agency that's deeply concerning for our community and the reason why so many families still live on edge, documented or not. We will continue to support our neighbors and encourage others to do the same. Our community deserves transparency, dignity, and safety for all of our residents. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you all for speaking. Clerk Brady, consent agenda.
Consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the village board and will be enacted by one motion. There'll be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member or citizen so requests, in which event the items will be removed from the general order of business and considered after all other agenda items. 11A, resolution authorizing the purchase of replacement emergency medical service computers and mobile data computers from TKK Electronics for a combined cost not to exceed $36,127.75. 11B, resolution authorizing participation in the Northern Illinois Municipal Electric Collaborative NIMEC and authorizing the village manager to approve a contract with the lowest cost electrically approved for a period up to 36 months. 11C, resolution authorizing acceptance of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Illinois Department of Transportation, Sustained Traffic Enforcement Program STEP grant through federal fiscal year 2026. 11D, resolution authorizing the appointment of an authorized agent for the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, IMRF. 11E, resolution granting the 2026 George Hieber Citizen Award to Larry and Jan Schmid. 11F, resolution approving an amended addendum to the contract with Pyrotechnico Firework, Inc. for fireworks display on June 27, 2026, increasing the price by $10,000 for a total amount of $46,225. 11G, resolution approving an engineering service agreement with the RJN Group for sanitary sewer evaluation services, SSES, in the amount not to exceed $44,690 for fiscal year 2026. 11H, resolution accepting and approving a public bid contract with Dean Land Constructions LLC for the Milwaukee Avenue Water Main and Sidewalk Project in the amount of $1,875,627.49. 11I, resolution accepting a proposal from Strand Associates, Inc. for construction engineering for the Milwaukee Avenue Water Main and Sidewalk Project in the amount not to exceed $143,700 in fiscal year 2026. 11J, resolution for improvement under the Illinois Highway Code, construction and construction engineering for 2026, MFT Street Improvement Program. 11K, resolution approving a contract with Builders Paving LLC for the motor fuel tax MFT Street Improvement Program in the amount of $1,878,949.21 in fiscal year 2026. 11L, resolution approving a proposal for Civil Tech Engineering, Inc. to provide construction engineering inspections for the 2026 MFT Street Improvement Program in the amount not to exceed $143,286. 11M, resolution accepting a proposal from Metropolitan Pump Company for Milwaukee Lift Station improvements in the amount of $157,870. 11M, resolution authorizing acceptance of the source well contract with Interstate Emergency Systems for an emergency generator at Public Works in the amount of $480,095.
408,095. Thank you.
Oops, sorry. 11O, ordinance amending Title 17, Planning, Subdivisions, and Development, Chapter 17.32.155 of the Wheeling Municipal Code regarding the Wheeling Sidewalk Fund. 11P, ordinance amending Title 14, Fire, Chapter 14.01, adoption of the International Fire Code 2021 edition of the Village of Wheeling's Municipal Code to conform with the International Fire Code above-ground storage tank capacity of 12,000 gallons. That's it.
Thank you. Conform. Any questions or comments on the consent agenda? If there are none.
Approve.
Motion, trustee Vogel, second.
Second.
Trustee Papantos, roll call, please.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Raffato?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes. That brings us to the full meeting, the regular part of the meeting.
Okay, wait.
13A, B, and C all together, Clerk Brady.
Okay. 13A, ordinance granting major site plan and building appearance approval for a building addition for Jean's Village Towing, Inc., 1296 Peterson Drive, docket number PSP MAJ 25-0004. 13B, ordinance granting a variation from Title 19 zoning to permit a reduction in the minimum required side yard setback for Jean's Towing, 1290 Peterson Drive, docket number PV 25-0007. That's it? Oh, C. Sorry. Right?
C, yes.
Resolution approving the final plat of 1290 Peterson Consolidation, 1290 Peterson Drive, docket number PSU BFP 25-0005.
Thank you, Clerk Brady. Mr. Clicker, what do we got?
So what you have before you is a request for variation and site plan approval. This is for a building addition which was constructed without permits. Upon discovering that, it was we notified the property owner of the need to obtain permits, and when they did bring in their initial submittals, it was also discovered that this would need the variations. So we have halted doing any building review or any permits on this until whether or not this structure is allowed to be here per the zoning code. So A and B are pertaining to that, the addition, and C is really just kind of a clerical or cleanup measure as we were going through this. As you can see on the aerial photo, the property has 3 separate parcels, and it is our policy now that when something comes forward before the village board where there are one of these situations where multiple parcels with effect acting as one parcel, that they be consolidated into one.
Thank you, Mr. Clicker. Trustee Kruger, you had a question.
I do. Thank you, Mr. President. Gentlemen, I don't have any questions for you at this time, so I'm going to address my questions to Director Clicker. But if I do have questions for you, then you can come up to the podium. Thanks. Director Clicker, if under the possibility that these agenda items are favorable to the petitioner, can you answer these few questions for me?
Sure.
One, how many after-the-fact permits permit situations like this have occurred in the village, and how were they handled?
They're not frequent. They do happen a few times every year. I will be, people don't understand the need for building permits sometimes. And yes, we do occasionally find some projects that are done in advance of receiving permits. Those cases would be handled just as this one has been done. We would notify them of the need for a permit. If the property is in compliance, if the proposed work or the work that was done is in compliance with all zoning applications, then the permit is just simply processed through, and we work with the applicant to make sure that the building, work that was done is done in accordance with the building and fire and safety codes. In cases where it is determined that the work was done outside of the zoning code, such as in this case, we do work with the petitioner or with the property owner to get it through the plan commission for a appropriate zoning hearing. And based on the findings of the plan commission and ultimately the village board, we then work with the petitioner on either getting the permit approved if necessary, if approved, or modifying the structure to be in compliance with the zoning code if necessary, if the situation is denied. Usually those are on a case-by-case basis. As you all know, with variations, everything is on a case-by-case basis. Proximity to residential, proximity to living spaces, proximity to neighboring buildings, all of that is considered and how they're utilized.
I'm going to guess that it's rare, but have we ever asked someone who has an after-the-fact situation to take the structure down?
We have.
Start over?
Not completely down. We have had recently some people where we've asked them to modify them. And again, those were, actually they were detached garages that were immediately adjacent to neighbor residential properties' bedroom windows or living room windows. And it was just felt that those were not appropriate.
I remember, thank you. Second question, in this particular case, if these agenda items are granted, what would the next steps be for this petition?
Yeah, the next steps would be, as I stated, this started with the applicant did, or the property owner did come in with a permit submittal. We put it on hold when we realized that the addition did not meet the zoning code. In this case, if approved, the review would then go forward. It would be sent to our third-party plan examiner firm, BNF. They would review it to make sure that it is in compliance with all applicable building codes. And then, since the structure is up, they would need, the applicant or property owner would need to either open up walls or dig up areas of the foundation to prove what they say is on the plans is there.
Part of the inspection process?
Correct, part of the inspection process.
And permit fees will be
Permit fees
double?
would be doubled. And I also would like to point out, though, that this addition, the one aspect that has been inspected and approved is by our Fire Prevention Bureau because, again, we wanted to make sure that it was a safe structure.
Good. And then lastly, would we ask them to replace any unapproved materials that were already used on the structure currently?
If they are on unapproved materials, yes. If they are granted approvals for those materials, such as they have requested some relief, because again, as you know, our building code, or our development code for the industrial park requires non-mason or non-combustible construction or masonry construction. They are proposing to add some masonry elements to this building, but it is
Right, a
as
knee
you
wall,
stand right
just
now.
not
Correct.
the full thing. So then the rest of it is going to be the
Standing seam,
vinyl or
yes.
aluminum siding?
Correct.
Okay. That's all I had for you. Gentlemen, did you get all that? And you're okay with what Director Clicker has outlined as the next steps? I would just say personally to please respect the processes of the village going forward. Those our rules and our of engagement are there for your safety, for your neighbor's safety, and for the safety of the residents. So hopefully going forward, if you have other additional structures, that you'll come to the village first. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Kruger. Trustee Papantos?
Now I do. Thanks. Just to reiterate, it'd be a lot easier if you got the permit first, but I think you realize that by now.
Yes.
On the bottom section where you're going to add the masonry, is that agreed upon?
Yeah,
That
it's
you are?
4 feet high by 100 feet long.
And when will that get done?
As soon as the weather breaks, if it's allowed.
Okay,
If they okay it, yeah, we'll do it immediately.
all right.
We've already got a contractor ready. I've already found the stuff. I just haven't purchased it yet.
Okay, and will there be a different permit for that, or
No, we'll include that in them.
that'll include? Okay. And as far as the material used, are there any safety problems? Or is this more aesthetic from our
This
code?
is aesthetic at this point. The code is really for more aesthetic than anything else. And this application we believe, would come closer to meeting our requirements.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Papantos. Trustee Lang?
Thank you. What is the purpose of the building? What are you going to use it for?
Different things. We originally were just going to put a roof on it to keep our trucks under, clean them up and stuff like that. And then once COVID was over and we got to see the potential of this thing, then we put up the walls and we actually built the building. We do use it for the police department a lot. I know there's been a letter sent out that we don't. You could check with your police officers. I'm not saying every week, but a couple times a month, if there's a fatal or whatever, we have cars in there. And our
For
trucks are
MCAT, right? Is it
What's that?
MCAT?
MCAT, yes.
Okay.
But Wheeling's there a lot too, just to go through the cars. When that girl got killed on Lake Hook, that was a bad one. We had 2 cars in there for a long time. And nothing else is in there. Nobody's allowed in there. So we do house it for the police department.
So it's a secure area as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Trustee Lang. Any other questions? If there are no other questions or comments, looks like Mr. Clicker's busy, so he doesn't have anything.
Motion to approve?
We're going to do these one at a time.
Yep.
I have a problem with the 0 setback. That's just, I really don't like that precedent. That's my only issue with this. I mean, well, is an issue. Having said that, I need a motion to approve 13A, granting major site plan and building appearance approval for a building addition for Jeans Village Towing, 1290 Peterson Drive, docket number PSPMAJ25-0004. Clerk.
Second.
Thank you. Motion Vogel, second Papantos. Clerk Brady.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
President Horker?
No. I need a motion for the approval of 13B, granting a variation from Title 19 zoning to permit a reduction in the minimum required side yard setback for Jeans Village Towing, 1290 Peterson Drive, docket number PV 25-0007.
So moved.
Trustee Kruger, second.
Second.
Trustee Rafato. Clerk Brady, roll call, please.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Rafato?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
President Horker?
No. And finally, 13C, a resolution approving the final plat of 1290 Peterson Consolidation, 1290 Peterson Drive, docket number PSU BFP 25-0005. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Kruger, second. Trustee Papantos, roll call, please.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Rafato?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, that makes absolute sense. Congratulations, sir. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
13D,
Yes.
resolution approving the preliminary plat of 2812 Jackson Drive, re-subdivision for the Holdings LLC, 2812 and 2822 Jackson Drive, docket number PSU BPP 25-0001.
Mr. Clicker, this is you again.
Yes, what you have before you is a subdivision from 2 lots on Jackson Drive into 4 lots. The lots will all meet the R1 standards, and in fact, the one condition that the Plan Commission has put on there has already been met. We already have the final plat of subdivision in our hands. Pending the outcome of this, it will be scheduled immediately back to the Plan Commission for approval. So,
Questions to my right, left? If there are no questions or comments, I'd be looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Trustee Papantos, second, Trustee Kruger. Roll call, please.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Rafato?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes.
13E, ordinance granting special use approval to permit a massage establishment for G Spa, 747 West Dundee Road, docket number PSU 25-0024.
This is you again, Mr. Clicker.
yes, this is for a request for a massage parlor at 747 West Dundee. This is an address where we've had similar requests in the past. This was heard by the Plan Commission and recommended for approval with 2 conditions, and that would be that 1, the petitioner shall submit an application for business license to the Community Development prior to the appearing before the Village Board. That has been accomplished. And then the second condition was a wheeling sign permit shall be required prior to the installation of any exterior signage at the subject property, subject to the requirements of Title 21 signs. As I said, this was recommended for approval by the Plan Commission and is before you tonight.
Left, right, no comment. There was some concern about parking, but it was like 7 cars at the most that I saw. If there are no questions or comments, I would be looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion, Trustee Rafato, second.
Second.
Trustee Papantos, roll call, please.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Rafato?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes.
13F, right? Yeah. Resolution consenting to a Cook County Class 6B real estate tax assessment classification for the property located at 1326 South Wolf Road in the Village of Wheeling, Illinois, 326 South Wolf Road LLC, on behalf of the Occupant dataMate.
Mr. Becker, this is your turn.
Thank you, President Horker, trustees. This is a request by the building owner of 1326 South Wolf Road. This building has been vacant for approximately 1 year and is in need of some rehabilitation to the tune of over $500,000 in order to attract a very good company to the building. It's a 10,000 square foot building. The company is dataMate, which is a subsidiary of Methode Electronics, would be bringing 35 high-paying jobs to Wheeling from Harwood Heights. The applicant is here to answer any questions. However, by granting the incentive, this will generate an additional almost $170,000 a year in property taxes versus if the property were to remain vacant, and that does not account for the jobs and the indirect and induced impact those jobs will have on the community by spending the dollars at some fine dining establishments in Wheeling. We'll get to that in a little bit. But if there's any questions, the applicant and his attorney is here.
Trustee Papantos, you have a question?
Thank you. Thank you for coming to Wheeling, or choosing Wheeling for this project. How long will it take to do the renovations and have the move occur?
We're shooting for occupancy sometime around May 1st. Yeah, so we're going to be in permit this week.
Okay.
We're moving fast.
I'm glad you're getting a permit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We already have those in, we're working on it.
Yes.
Couldn't help it, guys. That's all I had. So you're going to move quickly on this?
Yeah, we should at least sign hopefully shortly, then drawings are done, just got to get them stamped and in.
Great, thank you.
No one else? Copper wire communications, just like in-factory hardwired
It's light
data?
manufacturing for data center machines. It's very high-tech stuff that's way over my head. It's a big company, so.
Okay.
I'm representing the owner, I'm not the tenant. So that's why I don't know. Exactly, yeah. Otherwise, I should know, I suppose.
Okay. If there are no other questions or comments, need a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Trustee Lang, second.
Second.
Trustee Rufato, roll call, please.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes.
13G,
Good luck, sir.
resolution consenting to a Cook County Class 6B real estate tax assessment classification for the property located at 2281 South Foster Avenue in the Village of Wheeling, Illinois, 2281 Foster LLC.
Mr. Becker, this is kind of cool.
President Horker, trustees, the applicant is here. 2281 South Foster Avenue is a 10,000 square foot building, approximately on a 1 acre lot. The applicant has come in to relocate. The business is growing and expanding. They're Harrison Poultry Farms. They will be moving their production and headquarters and tasting facilities to Wheeling. And the intent here is to spend a significant amount of capital to get the building USDA certified, so it's a food processing facility with the accoutrements, the scrubbers, the coolers, all the electric enclosed waste disposal, as well as grease traps as part of this project to make sure it is in full compliance with food safety regulations. The property with the investment over the 12-year incentive period will generate just over $430,000 in additional property tax versus if the property were to remain vacant, which it is right now. So with that, the applicant, Kevin and Kyle, are here, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Trustee Papantos has some questions.
Thank you. Can they,
Come on up and introduce yourselves.
they can't hear if you're not up there.
Okay, fair. I'm Kyle, this is my brother Kevin, and we are the 4th generation of owners at Harrison's Poultry. We've been in Glenview since 1893, and we're excited to have the opportunity to join Wheeling.
Okay, my first question is, I just want to point out for people who are listening, there will be no slaughter of chickens or.
No, none at all. Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Pardon me?
So we started as a
Turkeys.
farm, but we stopped growing our own chickens in 1940. So since then, we've been partnering with other small family farms that meet the quality standards that we're looking for, and now we just receive from them daily, process, and distribute.
So what exactly will you be doing there? I don't understand what, okay, so.
Yeah, let me just give a quick backstory, I guess. So we started as a farm, so that's where Harrison's Poultry Farm came in, and that's what we're incorporated as. But our doing business as is Harrison's Poultry. We don't grow our own birds anymore, but we partner with a network of family farms in the Midwest, South Central, and what's called the Pasture Belt. It's just a better place to grow chickens. We were actually in Glenview before Glenview was a town. As Glenview grew and as we grew, the farm couldn't support the needs, so that's when we ditched that model, started partnering with farms, and we've run with that. So in a nutshell, we're still running with that model, but we have embraced some other opportunities and really capitalized on them well. We've identified a good target market. So we're receiving from farms daily from a network of a few different farms. So we're receiving usually 2 to 3 truckloads every morning, or not truckloads, but trucks coming from the farms every morning. We are taking some of those boxes and we're just distributing them as is, but a lot of what we do is value-added processing for restaurants. So we'll go into a kitchen and we'll learn the chef's specs. We'll prep for them. We'll do the processing. We'll deliver boneless, skinless breasts to their size, all that. I'm getting too into the weeds, but basically no live animals there. We're just going to be further processing already dressed, fresh poultry. We do some frozen items too, but most of our business is fresh by a large majority. And then we'll be delivering on our own local trucks locally. And then we do have some relationships that take our product out of state as well. So then either we would be arranging freight and having that sent out of state, or someone would be sending to the facility to pick up.
Where do you currently do this? At your
Glenview.
In Glenview?
Yes.
So that plant, for lack of a better term, is being shut down and you're moving here?
That's a great term. Yes, in one sense. So we are 85% wholesale, which means selling to other businesses, and 15% retail, which is just our own retail butcher shop in Glenview. So we're going to keep that retail butcher shop open, and we're going to work with Glenview to likely open a restaurant as well, and we'll do a split concept where we have a retail butcher shop and restaurant, and that will serve as a pilot, and we hope to actually open one of those locations here in Wheeling in a year or two as well.
We hope so too.
Thank you. But the intention is to move all of the wholesale processing and distribution and receiving to Wheeling. It's a much more appropriate building and location for our business at the size that we are at now.
And how long will it take you to get the building ready for your processing?
We hope to it's a little held up because it still is full of all that distillery equipment, and we need to see when the seller can get it out. So we're hoping to close on the building in mid to late March, and we are charging ahead with design for construction and bidding. So as soon as we can get everything ready, we hope to start. And we don't have a great idea of how long it'll take, but we're optimistically hoping to take occupancy in August or September, hopefully before Thanksgiving, because that's huge for us, and we would love the extra space.
I would assume so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Trustee Lang has some questions.
So she asked a lot of great questions, but I wanted to congratulate you guys on 4 generations of this business. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And I'm glad
we're really
you're-
proud of it.
Yeah, I bet. I'm glad you're choosing Wheeling, and please consider that retail portion in Wheeling.
We've already got eyes on some locations.
Awesome. Len's your guy. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Lang. Trustee Rufato?
And just as a side, my son-in-law had a turkey from Harrison. He has it every year, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
If there is no other questions or comments, would be looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second.
Second.
Trustee Lang. Roll call.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, welcome to town, guys.
Thank you very much. This was a big hurdle, and without this, it wouldn't have been possible, so thank you.
13H, resolution awarding a restaurant, entertainment, and retail build-out grant to Wheeling Town Center property to LLC, doing business as Finn McCool's Irish Pub Wheeling for an amount not to exceed $225,000.
Mr. Becker, what do we got?
President Horker, trustees, the applicant, Mark Hoffman with A La Carte Entertainment is here. He is occupying, the guy right there in front is occupying the former Mia's and Arctic Spoon space, which is just short of 6,600 square feet. Per the requirements of the Restaurant, Entertainment, and Retail Build-Out Grant, this opportunity qualifies for Program C, which is up to $225,000 based on the square footage and the amount of customers that will well exceed 150. This property will be able to accommodate 250 guests in a multifaceted, adjustable banquet event space, as well as a very cool McCool's Irish pub. So with that being said, I will defer any questions to Mark Hoffman, but we've got him connected with Chicken as well. So this was a great meeting this evening, and it worked out well.
Trustee Papantos, you had a question.
Honorable President and village trustees, how are you?
We're good. My standard question, how's your timeline, and when are you going to have your opening?
Okay, so, being that we are a Irish sports pub and banquet hall, I cannot miss the opportunity to have my grand opening in conjunction with St. Patrick's Day and March Madness. So
Is that St. Patrick's Day 2026 or?
I'm talking about, I've got about 5 weeks to do about 3 months worth of work, but it's been done before. I'll work, guys, 24 hours a day if I have to, 2 shifts. But it is really going to be exceptional. I'm really excited about the way everything's turning out, and it's going to be such a great addition to the Village of Wheeling. We are really excited about the addition.
And I do like the green color that's on the outside.
I'm so glad.
I've seen that from.
When all the finishing
afar.
touches and all the last things come together, if any of you were ever at the Arctic Spoon or Mia's, you won't think you're in the same building. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Papantos. There are no other questions or comments. We need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second.
Second.
Trustee Rufato, roll call, please.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Krueger?
Yes.
Trustee Lang, I'm sorry.
Yes.
President Horker?
Me too, yes. Good luck.
All right. May the sun be in my face and the wind at my back. We'll see you guys soon.
March.
Thanks, Mark.
Official communications. Clerk Brady, you've got something for us?
Yeah, the Gerber National primary election is on March 17, 2026. If you need to register to vote or check your information, you can do so online at www.cookcountyclerkil.gov. Mail ballot applications are now available and can be obtained by visiting www.cookcountyclerkil.gov/vote by mail. If you do not have access to a computer, please call Deputy Clerk Karen Henneberry at 847-499-9085, and an application will be mailed to you. Traditional early voting for the March 17th primary will take place March 2nd through the 16th. Location and hours can be found at www.cookcountyclerkil.gov.
Thank you, Clerk Brady. Any other? Trustee Lang.
Some pretty solid concerns were brought up against the flock system tonight. And whereas I don't want to open that door up for any kind of debate, I just want to ask, can we please look at the use of that system once again and make sure that, I know we're using it properly, but is the Flock Corporation using it properly? And just double check. I would like to just know that that is being used properly. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Trustee Lang. No other questions or comments? We do have some bills to pay this evening. You have before you the bills for January 14th through January 28th, 2026. I need a motion for their approval as presented.
So moved.
Trustee Papantos, second Trustee Kruger. Roll call, please.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes. Now we have an executive session this evening, so I have to read this verbatim. Executive session for the purposes of pending, probable, and/or imminent litigation. So I need a motion to recess into executive session and adjourn the regular meeting.
So moved.
Motion Trustee Kruger, second.
Second.
Trustee Rufato, roll call.
Trustee Rufato?
Yes.
Trustee Kruger?
Yes.
Trustee Vito?
Yes.
Trustee Vogel?
Yes.
Trustee Papantos?
Yes.
Trustee Lang?
Yes.
President Horker?
Yes, I would like to, meeting adjourned. I would like to meeting adjourned. We're going to have about a 10-minute break, and we'll meet in the executive session room. Thank you guys for being here.
Commander Musa just has some questions based